We're facing a lot of complex challenges as a human family, and there's a lot going on to try to address them. So why do you feel creating the new world has the potential to really make a difference?
Well, the first is what I mentioned before, which is that it goes deeper. It goes to the deeper level that causes all of those challenges, first of all. But really, I'm really excited about its potential to make a big difference because it doesn't work anything like the old world does. When I was designing this design, when I was creating this design, one of the things that I knew was very important is that there can't be anything in this design, anything in this process that has the characteristics of what got us to this particular place in the first place. It had to be completely different. A whole new space where there's no dogma, politics, judgment, blame, because that keeps us in the past, which we can do nothing about. Focused on the problem, which keeps it alive.
Yep, good point.
Rather than on creating what we truly want. So whatever things are in the old world that have not been serving us well, it's not in creating the new world. So that's why
Okay.
But the main thing is that it's built a lot like nature. Nature gives us enough structure to, for all this infinite abundance that we see, for creating anything we want. But not enough structure to choke it off. It's not regulating things to such a degree. It's just got enough structure and enough direction in it to empower us, but not enough to smother it or be just like the old world and say, do this now, do this way, live this way. It's not prescriptive.
Okay.
So because of all of the characteristics that it carries, I really feel like it will empower us to create the world we truly want.
So how does this Indiegogo crowdsourcing campaign fit into the larger picture?
Yeah, the larger picture is, like I said, the world building workshops, where we're together for a weekend and we really take this journey from awareness to collaborative action together, and we directly experience that we have the reason, the vision, the power, and the technology, and we immediately start creating the world we truly want in those world building workshops. These introductory workshops of Indiegogo is really just to start gathering the world builders, to say, okay, there is a way forward. Here is the task. Here is the body of work. Here's how it self-replicates and how people can facilitate and host workshops and bring their gifts into the larger puzzle. So it's really just the first introductory day-long workshop that can really get people who want a new world, want to help create the new world together to say, look, it is possible.
And anybody can participate, it sounds like to me, from what you've said.
Yeah.
So, as ordinary people, how can we participate, or what's the best way for us to participate?
Well, that's the cool part. In the world today, most of us are sitting around going, the challenges are just too big for each of us. And we're like, oh, we can't, it's just overwhelming. And the cool thing about the Indiegogo campaign and creating the new world is it allows everyone to easily participate. To participate in the Indiegogo campaign, all you have to do is go to the website, which they're really already on in this, because this video is on the website. But it's right beneath the video window is all these share tools. Mm-hmm. You can share it on Facebook, you can share it in an email, you can put it on your blog. So sharing it and getting it to go viral will help crowd finance this. Because really what we're doing here is we're not financing creating the new world as an organization. We're financing our own world building movement. Okay. It just so happens that creating the new world has a framework for us to use to empower that.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
But just as we're crowdsourcing through our tax dollars, wars and bailouts and all that stuff now, rather than, thinking of it in terms of crowdsourcing death and destruction, we can now crowdsource our own empowerment
There you
here.
go, yeah.
And so really, you can contribute $10, $20, whatever you want to contribute. You can vote for your community and have the workshop come to your community. There's a number of ways on the Creating the New World website you can participate as well.
And anybody and everybody can do that. And if you contribute $10, you can actually go to a full-day workshop.
Yeah. I really wanted to get this thing started in a way that was in integrity with the grassroots nature of the movement to begin with. I want this to be we the people stepping up and rising to the occasion, because it's not up to the corporations. It's not up to the government. We are the government. And when we start connecting to what we truly want, when we start connecting to how we truly want to live and start building it, all else will follow.
Yeah.
So, I'm sitting here with an empowering framework for us to use. But like a transistor, it's really not all that helpful unless it's plugged into something, unless people start showing up. So I'm hoping that people will answer the invitation, because all you have to do to host a workshop is find a place, and I'll be there.
Right. Well, the beauty of this is, too, that anybody, regardless of their status or their social or their economic situation, can participate.
It is true that we are the world builders. No matter who we are, if you're breathing, you're a world builder, right? And so it allows people to actually be world leaders, because if I'm a teenager looking out in the world going, gee, this just doesn't seem to be working, and this is the world I'm going to be entering into and all that stuff, all I have to do to be a world leader is say, I'm going to host a community workshop. And all I have to do is find a place. And I'm now a community leader because I've now empowered my community.
And how much more empowering is that than just sitting at home on your computer and signing something, signing a petition?
Right.
I think this will really help people to feel that they're doing something. And I think once that goes out...
Well, like I said, at the individual level, we do have the reason, the vision, and the power to create the new world. I mean, that's what this country was founded on. We the people, right? And lately it hasn't seemed like we the people actually do have much of a say in the world that is being reflected back to us. So that's really why I set about assembling this sort of social technology, if you want to call it, where we can actually all come together and have it roll up to a global movement.